What up guys, welcome back to 2KR Speed. This is my channel. I'm Kemar Garden and today I'll be working on a 2011 Polaris Portman XP. This is the 850cc XP 2011. I'll be working on the power steering. These bikes actually come with a common problem where there is a lot of play in the steering itself, right? And this problem, I mean, a lot of people have to buy an upgrade lower shaft that is found below the power steering unit. So what I've done, I've tried some MacGyver stuff, and I wish I had actually video it so you guys can actually see what's going on, how I go about eliminating a display in the power steering. Like, everything is gone based on what I've done, but I'm just gonna try and explain to the best I can so you guys can actually have an understanding on how to go about doing it, right? Because instead of going to a dealer and spend $180 for that lower unit, it's $180 plus tax Canadian. I'm not sure how much is it in US, right? And then trust me, it's a lot of work to do because you have to remove the entire plastic to the front, remove the entire upper steering and the power steering unit, and the thing about it, the power steering unit is so huge, and for it to be removed from that small area, it proved a lot of problem. But nevertheless, we get it done, and I'm just gonna tell you what's going on, how we go about doing it. Yeah guys, so basically what I've done, right, as you can see, this bike is deassembled in terms of the front plastic and the side plastic. Remove all the clips all the way around, right, all the way up to the next side. I've completely removed those plastic to get access to where the problem exists. This is my power steering unit right here, right? So where that plate normally comes from, if you all don't know, with the 2011 backward, all these plates normally come from this unit right here. As you can see, this right here, this is where the tire end mounted onto, right? So you remove the tire end, and this is where the shaft sits in from the power steering. There is a little, I don't know if you guys can see it, that spline above up there sits right on top of that unit, and that spline is where it's actually moving inside that cause the play in the power in the steering itself, right? So what you need to do is remove the bolt. There's two bolts to this that hold that bearing inside the diff. So remove the bolt right here, those two bolts. The power steering unit carry 4 bolts underneath. You need to remove all those bolts, not on bolt, all the way around, right? They remove those. Then above you have two bolts, not on bolt right here, that hold the steering itself above to the power steering unit. And once you remove that, then you can lift the steering vertically and take it out. Then come down here, you lift the power steering itself vertically, right, out of this unit that you need to get fixed. So once you lift, remember that it's hard to get this power steering out, so you're gonna have to use an extra help to get it twist and lift to get it out of the problem guy down here, right? So once you get all of that done, this problem guy down here, take it all the way out, right, and take it to someone who can drill a hole into it. As you can see, I have, let me see, I have a nut and bolt right there that I've drilled a hole. It's on both sides. Yeah, you can see both sides. I drill a hole right through it and get the thread. Once I get a thread, I get 11 millimeter bolt and nut, and I screw it in. What I did is screw it in on both sides, and I tighten it down onto the shaft. This is the process where when I install everything back, I screw it in onto the shaft, right? So it tighten it up onto that shaft to eliminate all that play. So now there's no play in that power steering. So instead of going to the dealer and buy that lower unit, this piece here, I'm not even sure if this is a shaft or what, right? But instead of buying this a 187 plus tax and go through all that problem, you could do what I normally say in Jamaica, MacGyver it. You know, you buy the screen and hole, thread it, and screw to bolt, let it tighten it onto the spline up there, and then you get that play totally eliminated, right? So that's what I've done, and I think it's probably a permanent fix for this ride. You get me? Might not have no problem from now on. Yeah. So that's what you guys can do to eliminate that problem. For all you who want to know how to do a simple DIY fix on the Polaris 850 or Polaris 1000, because I've heard that a number of them have the same problem. It's a regular problem with these bikes, with that play in the power steering unit itself. Alright, peace. Hope you guys love this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please click the link below and subscribe.